Right, we're live.
Hello, 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 Luca. It's been a while. How are you
It,
today?
it has been a while.
Yeah.
Hello, Mina. I'm doing very well. I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm excited about today's
Oh
conversation.
yes, it's a. We
Big,
will dive into a bit technical details of how large language models work and different types there are, and I know that this is something that you love talking
no,
about.
no,
So
no, no. We're not going to dive into very technical
just
details. I think we're gonna, because I'll be lost. So but we better
well, like
not.
from a user experience, where you've experienced and how you
Yes,
love
yes,
it, love how it increases
yes.
your productivity when you're using them, and you've because we see it every day with our other
Yep,
clients as
we
well,
do.
and you personally use them as well
We do.
with Vinton tabs, so you know that it's
So,
like.
what is today about?
Before we begin, do you want to go over the rules of engagement a bit and why we're here, so
Oh,
everybody would?
yes, why not?
Let's refresh.
Yes, why not?
Although I think now everybody should know.
Yes. So
Just
if you don't know and you're wondering what we're doing,
yes,
well, we are, Luca and Mina. We're from Native Video,
yes,
and specifically, we're talking about our main product, which actually names our company, which is called Vinton, and it's an AI note taker. Now, we spend a lot of time talking about AI in general. Where's the Salesforce ecosystem, because we work in that ecosystem. We're native to the Salesforce platform, so we talk about a lot about what's happening in that world. We don't spend enough time maybe talking about ourselves.
yes,
So we take an opportunity once a month to dig very deep into our own products, and we select a feature that our clients love and we talk about it.
yes.
And today,
We're talking about all the different options of large language models that we give.
LLMs, yes, very AI centric, but
Yes.
the options that we provide and why we provide it, what our clients are asking and why they like it, and all of that, right?
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know how we use a large language model, maybe we want to tell them how we use
Fair
it.
enough.
So if you go to
Fair
the
enough.
Winton tab,
Fair enough. Let me share my screen. So I think I'm gonna go here, present, share screen. Oh, look at that. I'm good at this. And I'm sharing my
there we
screen.
go.
So we're actually in the admin panel, but what you wanted me to show is this. So this is the end result of an AI note taker native to Salesforce. It drops conversations that are captured. This is an in-person conversation, so only audio. This is there's a bunch of video conversation. And you can see we also capture phone conversations and voice notes. And we drop them in Salesforce, both in a library like this, but also at the contact level, the account level, the opportunity level, and so forth. Now, in order to do that, we capture the recording, and we're going to show you an example, and then we extract the transcript, and then we pass that transcript through a specific set of processes that are all relating to a set of prompts, and they are served to an LLM. So we use generative AI to create that. And you are at the deep end of our configurations here. We're looking at which region this particular demo org is set up at, and what are the solutions that we use. We talked about transcript, DeepGram, Whisper, Amazon are available. What we are interested in is all the way at the bottom here, which is the insights engine that you are using, and the options that are available, and the ones that we want to talk about today are right here. So
Yes.
there's a couple of OpenAI native video account, your account. There's a couple of OpenAI Azure that we want to talk to you about. And importantly, very recently, we added also Gemini, both our account with Gemini and your own account.
Yes.
Now, why do we do that?
Because as an organization, you can choose between different insight engines that you want to use. Some organizations trust Google more, others trust OpenAI more.
Yes.
That's so we feel that it should be your choice which insight engine you want to go with, and we should not sort of limit the options for you. If it's something that we can configure for you, then we would obviously want to give you that that insights engines, and Gemini and OpenAI are the ones that are best in the market at the moment. We can add more as we go through it, because
we were
it's
talking about Anthropic
yes,
the
so
other day, and then it's really for coding, but this is kind of ground level. Most of the things that we do with AI, right?
Exactly.
Because we're elaborating text out of another piece of
Yes.
text. So it's easy. But as you were saying, our clients have preferences. And so we're really talking, just to put it, to ground it, we're talking about this option being the default option right now for all our clients. Then we give the option to our clients to actually switch, keeping the same engine running, OpenAI, but their own account. And sometimes they have a fine-tuned version that they want to plug in here, kind of use all the learning. And the reason why, and the main difference that our clients will see, is that with our approach, so with our own native video account, we have commitments to our clients that there's no retention of data and no data is used for training. That's the reassurance that we give our clients. Sometimes when they switch to their own account, what they want happening is exactly the opposite. They want their own OpenAI account to learn about them and to keep and reuse some of the information that they've used given, exposed to fine-tune its findings.
And sometimes some of our customers have an agreement with OpenAI already, and they would rather use OpenAI across all the different AI systems that they have.
That's right. This that you're referring to, Mina, is actually governance approach, rather than necessarily preferring one or the other, or expecting even different results. Their stance is more about, I want to be in control directly, with an agreement in place directly with the service provider, in this case a generative AI service provider, with an agreement in place that keeps me safe. And if anything happens, I don't take it up with the native video team, with Vinton. I actually take it up directly with the system that Vinton helps me plug into, which is my own OpenAI, typically an API account. Now, recently we've introduced, and I'm jumping all the way down here, we've introduced the same exact thing with a default solution that we could switch on for using Gemini, or the Google AI generative AI, within our own native account. So again, a native video has an agreement in place, zero retention, zero data used for training with Google for their Gemini, and we can plug to that, right?
Yes. So if you could just click on this, let's do it real quick. Zoom out so everybody can see how.
And I zoom
and then
out.
You click on save.
And then I click on save.
Yes.
Are you sure you want to change configurations?
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Okay. So we just, like that, updated our media configuration.
Yes. So
to
now
Gemini.
Now the insights would be generating using Gemini.
Yes.
And maybe we could do a little bit of example where we record a call from this org and another org with OpenAI, and our users can see.
Yes, before we do that, I wanted to explain these two in the middle. Let me zoom back in so that everybody can see what I'm talking about. So when we talk about these two options, the approach is slightly different, right? So the reason why we introduce these additional options is to enable a local version of OpenAI. And that, if earlier it was about governance, this is more about compliance and data residency.
Correct.
Some of our clients, don't want their data that is generated in a region of the world, and we have, 3 main regions: the US, Europe, and Australia.
Yes, Australia.
Exactly. So for those regions, a client in that region may not want, or may have an agreement in place with, because of compliance, because the agreement that they have with their own clients, that their data will not be processed outside of the region where they reside. And so we can now localize the OpenAI Gen AI stance and put it in an Azure machine, a server that runs and enables, therefore, the data to be processed with the full extent of what you should expect from.
So this is basically localizing your data. So if you're in EU, your data never leaves EU, because we know that at the moment OpenAI only operates directly from the US. They have their data center over there. But what we give you is an option to make sure that all of your data is processed within the region that you have selected.
And if you've been following the news, you've seen that actually just earlier this week, OpenAI launched their first full open source. And the aim, the ultimate goal is exactly the same: localizing
Exactly.
Making sure that the full extent of a generative AI LLM can run, but it can run locally. In the case of the open source, it could actually run locally on a local server or even on a local machine, on a local computer. They released the very small version. This is actually one level up because it's the full OpenAI version. It's not the open source. It's the latest model, but it will run locally on an Azure machine that we can manage on your behalf. So that will be the Azure Native Video account, or you can actually have a fully personalized one that you run, and again, you own the relationship with OpenAI and Azure. Wow.
So in essence, your data never leaves your region.
Yes.
So that's the goal.
It's the end-to-end processing that you want, right? So you want complete local residency. Now we've just switched to Gemini, and we are ready to do an example. I just wanted to make sure I have two orgs open here. One is the demo org, and one is a training org. And I don't remember if the other one is on Gemini as well. So we might want to put this one on OpenAI. What we want to do is to show you, what it means to, again, not expecting dramatic differences, but we will record an audio conversation from my mobile phone and from the Vinton tab. So this is the training. Yes. So we're going to record from here. And from my phone. So give me 1 second. Is this still running? Okay. So we have two different orgs, and one is from my mobile, and the other one is from this desktop, and we are going to record the same conversation. So one is here, and the other one is here. Okay. It's going to be an in-person meeting, right, Mina?
Me too.
Oh, what is that?
Your.
Oh, are we allowing? Are we sure? No, it's disconnecting.
So
what's happening?
It's
or is it conflicting?
No, it's your desktop is trying to use the microphone of your mobile phone, so it's.
Oh, so but you allowed it. So let me. No, because now it says that I cannot use my microphone here because. I want to use that, huh?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Demos. Demos. It's because I'm sharing. So this is. Let's see if I really do it from scratch.
I can do it on my laptop.
Well, it looks like this now has access, and I can. Well, let's see if it works, guys. I mean, we can start recording at the same time on both. So I'm tapping on my mobile phone just so you see it. It's consent. Are you consenting to being recorded, Mina? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is just an example of what an in-person conversation could be regarding LLMs.
Yes.
So what are the main differences between Gemini, OpenAI, why one or the other?
Yeah, so on paper, there are a lot of differences between Gemini and OpenAI. Their token size is greater than Gemini's token size is greater than OpenAI's. Okay. So your answer or response would be more elaborate, more descriptive.
For Gemini, okay.
Oh, yes.
So you can give more information up front and get more.
Exactly. So if you would like to generate reports out of a call, then Gemini would be the preferred option. Or if you want precise a summary out of a call, then you would probably prefer OpenAI. OpenAI is more emotionally intelligent. Gemini is not as much emotionally intelligent because of the training that it has.
Emotion? Are you talking about emotion and AI in the same sentence? Is
it's a bit more emotionally trained. Yes, but on paper, there are a lot of differences between the two models. But when we have tested it ourselves, we did not see a lot of differences. Apart from the output being more descriptive. So
so we'll see what this looks like. There's also a speed difference, but I don't think we are going to notice.
So Gemini is a bit slower as compared to OpenAI.
Really?
That's what it says on paper.
That model that we use. What are the models that we use?
So we're using Gemini Flash 2.5 and OpenAI 4.1, which is the latest one.
Okay.
Yes. So we're using both of these.
So we're not using reasoning because that will be very slow.
Yes,
would be probably more accurate, but we don't need the level of accuracy.
Also, because
for a summary or a set
because
of
when you want a summary out of a call, you don't want insights to be reasoned. So it's not an analytical where you want
Fair
to
enough.
you want to have reasoning in the summary. You just want to have bullet points that you discuss from the transcript. You don't want AI to
or
go
a
into
quick
the
email drafted
exactly. So
rather
you don't.
than a big
Yes,
elaborated thought
exactly.
of, you know.
So maybe in future, if we add something that is related to reasoning, we'll also use the reasoning model. But at the moment, the insights that we generate, reasoning did not fit in the use case that we have at the moment.
Got it.
So that's why we didn't choose it.
Should we stop it and see? Okay, let's stop. So what we are hopefully going to show you is, so I'm going to approve on here and save on here. So you're probably familiar with how Vinton works. This is an example of an in-person conversation. The same thing typically happens, and you see I'm done. So I got my thumb up, and now there will be some processing. Ooh, nice. The one in front of us is taking its time while the other one is processing. So this is actually not related to the LLM. It's rather related for sure to Salesforce, and something hanging in one of our dev orgs or demo orgs here. Now, what is happening is the audio is being transformed quickly into a transcript, and that's the transcript that when we are serving now ideally to two different large language models, right? So one will be Gemini, and the other one will be OpenAI. Now, this is granted that if the finalizing actually finalizes on the one side of the training org, which is right here, and you can see Mina working, looking behind the scenes to see what's happening. The prompts are relatively straightforward. If you're familiar with Vinton, once again, you will know that we're asking for a summary. We're asking for some understanding of the key topics that were discussed during the conversation. We're asking it to prepare a set of minutes, so a number of different solutions, different blocks of the call. A bit distracted by the processing in front of us. Typically is between 20 seconds and 40 seconds. This is taking definitely much longer. Now, because of that, I was saying, because we're only kind of going really at that level, text to text. The expectation is that there will be relatively little differences between the output that we will see eventually. If not, we're gonna do another one. You know what? I'm gonna do another one.
Yeah, let's do another one because
I'll just let me refresh this page. So we're going to teach that, and now I'll refresh this, and I will do another one. And we're ready to do it again. Il bello della diretta in Italian, or in English, probably the curse of the demo. So let's do that again. And if it doesn't work, then next time. Now we are recording again.
Yes, we are.
And I think this is still an in-person meeting. So we're expecting that Vinton will also understand that there are two people speaking. So the second person will.
It's me. Yes. Hello.
Okay. Hello. So, well, should we just cut it now? We're probably ruining all this demo now.
No, let's do something.
Okay.
We can talk about it, or we can test it with an uploaded file, and I can upload a file, and we can check the insights from the uploaded file.
Yes. I'm wondering, what is happening with my demo environments here. It's not working. Okay. Now,
I'll upload it, and then
while you look at that, I will stop this, and I will go back to processing. So 50 seconds is enough. And this is approved, and we saw that finalizing earlier. This is uploading progress. So mobile, or I think this is demo on mobile, and training. So definitely training is a bit stuck, right? Ooh, permission sets. Did you assign me the?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So if
you actually have a new user. So we create the
we created the new user on the
Yeah.
fly, and I think this is now thinking about both of them. That's the demo.
Oh, that's okay. Just to what I'll do is I will upload a file. I've just uploaded a file,
Okay.
and I will upload the
Ooh,
same.
we have a success.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. End processing. So now, so what I was describing earlier, right? So we have a media transcribed. Now we're serving it to the LLM, and we're expecting an output. And the output, again, eventually will be comparable, but likely different. We'll see how different it is if it's run by Gemini or OpenAI.
So you've been using Gemini for a while. Are there any differences that you've noticed between Gemini and while this loads, we can talk about?
I think what you said makes sense. So I have noticed. Oh, there we go. We have the previous one ready. So I can actually, let me see, because I think I have both open here. So so I have both orgs. As you were saying, I think Gemini seems to be definitely more articulated or more. So Vinton tool evolution is the second one that we recorded, 51 seconds, and then this was the previous one that we recorded as well. But if we go to the Vinton tool evolution, this is what it made of our conversation. And so this is the demo. So this is the original OpenAI, right? So that's the 50 seconds one. And then if we look at this, you can see this is much shorter, actually. And it's it might have not picked you up as a second person speaking here.
Because I was looking into everything on the side, so you were talking about it.
Right.
But I think we have Gemini on demo, and we have OpenAI on the training one.
Okay, so I got it wrong.
So you can see the difference.
So this is Gemini.
Yeah, so you can see.
Yes.
That's something that we've noticed as well. I think because Gemini has a token length of context window, which is 2 million, but OpenAI has 128K. So you can see it over here as well.
Yeah, so if I go to the previous one, it's even more elaborated.
Exactly.
Right? Rationale for avoiding reasoning model, model selection and speed consideration. So it actually goes into the depth of highlighting why the differences that you mentioned about. It's just very interesting.
Exactly.
And then let's see if anything changes on the follow-up email. It looks again very elaborated.
Yes,
OpenAI 4.1 and goes into the level of detail. So the Gemini providing.
I have also assigned you 2 calls on both of these orgs that I've just uploaded. These are video calls, so everybody can see.
Okay.
So if you could refresh the page.
Refresh this one, we can actually. So in a video call scenario,
we can see how a real life video call, that could be a conversation with you and a client, and how the insights are different.
About Salesforce call productivity. Again, 2 people that in an actual video call, there will be understanding who the 2 people are, because we would use the participation, people joining
because
the
this
meeting.
Is an uploaded file. We don't have a calendar invite, so we don't have that information. But you can reassign the speakers.
So this is, let's say the OpenAI.
Yes, correct. This is OpenAI.
Let's say actually with this, you can see it's
more elaborate.
It's more elaborate. I think it's a preference thing. Interestingly, the prompt is exactly the same, right? So we're using exactly the same prompt.
Can you check the follow-up email for both?
Let's see the follow-up email.
See?
So it looks analytical with bullet point, next steps, action, and whereas on here, a follow-up email for this much shorter.
Yes. And
still bullet points, but
and if you read the tone of it, it would be more user-friendly. And when you go to Gemini, it will be more robotic. That you can say it's more to the point with bullet points and with It has bold and everything, so it's more
Interesting.
formal in that sense. But OpenAI just does the job. It's the same prompt in both ends.
But someone could say, but isn't that controlled via the prompt?
Yes, but if you're using the same prompt, then it comes down to the LLM or large language model that you're using. Because if we have the same prompt for both.
So if I want to use Gemini, but have a less, maybe shorter or less analytical, I need to stress those points and say, look, use an informal or not too analytical, or keep it short. Like make sure that we recommend we box the.
So when you're using Gemini, then when you're writing a prompt for Gemini, you should know that I need to specifically mention all of these bullet points, and I need to enforce them in the prompt for me to have a specific output. If you do not do that, it would use this, because we have the same prompt in both of these things, right? So it would be more elaborate, more descriptive.
That absolutely makes sense. I'm conscious we are 4 minutes from
time
the
flies
end.
When you're on a LinkedIn, like, doesn't it?
Time flies when your demo goes only so with a couple of things, but questions. So this is time for question. I'm actually looking at our live to see if questions. So are there cost implications for Vinton, and can we assign assistance from OpenAI, for example, maybe depending on the template type of meeting? Okay, so I'll answer the cost implication. No, meaning both options are available and they can be interchanged. It's really down to the when it comes to our account, of course, it's down to the preference of the client. We would be able to recommend the right one if needed. Now, on the side of the your own account, then the cost implications are your own worry.
So you manage that.
Because you manage that directly. You probably still really have. And then Nicolas asks, can we assign assistance from OpenAI, for example, maybe depending on the template type of meeting? It's an interesting question. I will need to talk to you, Nicolas, and understand a bit more about assistance and what you mean about assistance. So the use of templates is independent from the use of a specific LLM, right? Maybe if I interpret you correctly, you're relating to templates, which is a way to define a context. For those that don't know, define a context, and then based on the context, apply specific instructions. So I think you're asking if you can direct these specific template to be elaborated by a specific LLM and another.
That's a functionality that we don't have.
We don't have. It's quite elaborated, and it would be interesting to see.
Yeah,
what the real impact would be. But
I think what Nicholas means is that if I have one template and I need to generate the insight from that template using Gemini, and I have
because I need a more analytical one, for instance. That's interesting. That's an interesting one. Good question, Nicholas. Maybe I'll follow up directly with you for that. If a client chooses to use Vinton OpenAI enterprise account to start with, but they wanted to switch their own Gemini at a later date, is that possible? Very good question. Yes. Very much like with everything else that we do is very modular. So it can be, we have a few clients actually that are working on their customized version, LLM, typical approach. So those are big projects. So they might not be ready to switch on their own LLM. So the reassurance that we're looking for is exactly what the question is asking, right? So can they start with ours? And then at any point in time, they switch to a different one.
We've also had our customers who are with us for a very long time, and they're with us on their AI journey, and now they've had their own enterprise account, and they're wondering if they can shift and switch. So we do give the opportunity, or if you would want to now switch to your Insight engine, you can always choose that.
Yes. Very good question. Right. I think we are at the half hour. Yes. I hope this was interesting. We touched on LLMs. We touched on why we implemented different options, and we keep it open going forward. We're always on the lookout for better transcribers, better Gen AI creations, better ways of serving our clients with localized compliant solutions. So if you have questions about that, don't hesitate to reach out. We're very much open and interested and excited about all these themes as we continue building success for our clients, one conversation at a time, right?
Right.
So what will we talk about next? We don't know.
We don't know, but there are a lot of interesting things in the pipeline. We are moving in a direction that's really exciting. Everything from automation to making sure that from automation to personalization, we're thinking about everything. So that's the direction that we're going in, and making sure that we support everybody working, who's using a note taker. So basically, we would want to do all your work for you, so you can sit in the call and have a conversation. So that's basically what we want.
Everyone that has a conversation, we're relevant for you.
Yes.
And uses Salesforce because we're native to Salesforce. Did we say that? I think. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. It was a great session. Hope you enjoy, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And 3.